Hey, what's going on, Fit My Fam? It's your boy Jason Craig back here with another episode of the Fit My Show. Now, if you just joined us, it is definitely a pleasure having you. If it's your first time here, thank you for joining us. On this show, we help mothers and wives create a body they're proud of. Now, in this episode, we'll be going through the 7 pillars of health. We've already gone through a bunch, so if you missed those, please go back and watch those videos because they are super entertaining and more importantly, there is so much value to be gained from them. Now, if you're an accustomed member of the Fit Mass Show, well, definitely welcome back. I know we didn't have an episode last week. That was some issues there beyond my control. So we're picking it up this week and we are looking at should I be using nutrition supplements? So first off, I want to know exactly where my clients are signing in from. So go ahead in the comments below and smash it. Let me know where you are signing from so I can show some love. I'm going to be sipping on some tea throughout this episode, so don't mind me sipping on my tea. So let me put up the comments and see where everybody's signing from. I'm going to take my time tonight because, like I said, it's a lot of powerful information. I don't want y'all to miss it. So I'm going to take my time, go a little bit slower than normal, and make sure that you really get it. Sister Joan from Antigua, good to have you. So we got Antigua in the house. We've also got Grenada. We've got Trinidad. We've got St. Lucia, I believe. That's Barbados as well. Perfect, perfect. So we got Grenada again, another Grenada. Great having you. Oh, that is delicious. That is delicious. Yes, so we got quite a turnout here tonight. Awesome. Great to have you all. Remember to go ahead and share this link with your friends. Let them know that we are on here tonight on the Fit My Show. We're going to be looking at some important stuff. Should I be using supplements? And this is a series that we've started, and we are almost to the end of this series. So definitely you want to ensure that you tune in. So the topic tonight, should I be using nutrition supplements? And that's what we're going to be looking at as we jump deep into this talk here tonight. Now, in the comments below, let me know what you think before we actually go ahead and answer. And we don't answer questions straight out. We like to break things down. We like to pull it apart, see what the data says, see what the facts is, and then we make an assessment from there. So in the comments below, let me know what you think. Do you think that we should be using supplements? Go ahead, drop it in the comments below. Let me see what my audience are, where your minds are at in terms of this issue. So go ahead and remember, if you just join us, share this video out on your WhatsApp, on your Facebook, on your YouTube, let your friends know that we are on here tonight and we're going to be looking at some powerful stuff. All right, Colleen, Trinidad, great to have you as well. Hey, perfect, awesome, good to have you all. So yes, the question we're asking, do you think that you should be using nutrition supplements? Now, there is no right or wrong answer. We just want to know what the audience think in terms of feedback, and then we're going to be jumping into it. All right, so let's go from there. Perfect. So the comments are coming in, and while that is happening, let me share a quick story with you guys. So today was an interesting day because I actually did a little bit of outdoor work today, and specifically we were building up a, what do you call it, a chicken pen, right? So we're using some layers. We got some layers here, and we built up a chicken pen. Now the chicken pen was in one location. I had to relocate it to a next location just for more space, etc. Now this is something I had to do for the last few weeks. However, because I didn't have the tools and the manpower needed, it took a little bit of a delay. So my buddy, he called me up today. He said, "Hey, I'm available today. I can come over and help you with the chicken coop." So he did that and he came over. Now this guy is loaded with tools. He got all the tools, and something that would have taken me alone maybe like a day or two to complete, we knocked it off in a couple of hours because he had the tools to break it down, to build it back up, to readjust the joints, to reattach the fencing wires, and have everything done in a speedy manner. So because he had the correct tools, we were able to shrink that work that would have taken me a couple days into just a few hours. Now you're probably wondering, Jason, what does this have to do with nutritional supplements. Well, little do you know that it is a fitting introduction to what we will be talking about here tonight. Because just like we had this guy coming in here and helping me out and speed up the work because he had the right tools and he also had the right skill set, it is the same thing when it comes to nutrition supplements. Now, I know this is an industry that has been plagiarized with so much different myths and things that are just there to keep build an emotional hype and get you to buy the products. So what we're going to be doing tonight, we're going to be separating the fact from the fiction. Let's go back to the story. I have been trying to move this chicken coop from one location to another. I wasn't able because one, I didn't have the right tools, and of course I didn't have the manpower. When those things were provided, the right tools and the manpower, we shrunk a few days of work into a few hours, right? Now, nutrition supplements do just the same. You see, I have never had a client come to me and say, Jason, I am okay with just taking my time and lose weight. I know it's going to take a year plus, and I'm cool with that. I've never had that yet. Everybody wants to lose weight, get in shape in the shortest possible time. So, what nutrition supplements do, they shorten the journey, just like the tools, right? Things that you would have had to push hard for on your own, nutritional supplements helps you to get there faster. Now, I can give you some examples. Fat burners, right? And when I'm speaking of nutritional supplements, I'm talking about the one that I personally use with my clients, right? There's a fat burner that we use here with my clients called Burn AM, right? If you do not use a fat burner, you're still going to lose weight. However, if you do, you're going to lose weight a lot faster. It is like, again, let me use another analogy. We are all going from Grenada to the US. Now, there are a couple of ways we can get there. We can take a boat and hop the islands up, refuel as needed, and we're eventually going to get to the States. Or we can take a small plane. We can take like a connecting flight like Liat, and we go up to Antigua, skip all the way to Puerto Rico, and we get there eventually. We can also take a commercial liner where we can go in the departure lounge, jump on a flight like JetBlue, and go there directly. Or we can take a private jet, which is we just show up at the airport, everybody takes care of our luggage, our check-in, we sit on the jet, we go directly to our destination. 4 ways you can get there. All 4 will get you to the USA. The only difference is the time it will take you to get there. I want that to sink in. The time that it will take you to get there. And that is the exact same thing that the Burn AM supplement does. So you can do the traditional way, which is of course the foundation. Pay close attention to what you eat, drop your calories, and make sure you move a little bit more. That will work. However, with using the Burn AM, for example, what the Burn AM does, it speeds up your metabolism. It also helps your body with mobilizing or releasing fat, so it can be used as fuel for your workouts. It also helps to raise the thermogenic or raise your body temperature, so you get that similar effect to when you are having a fever. It's like when you're having a fever, you know you're sitting in bed, but you're sweating even though you're not doing any work because your body is becoming inefficient. As a result, you're burning more energy. And the burning M has that same effect. It simulates that same effect in your body. So with all of these different factors working together, somebody using the burning M on a weight loss compared to somebody who is not using the burning M on weight loss, obviously the one in the burning M gets results a lot faster. And I've seen it with my clients, right? Now that is just one way. That's the weight loss industry. Now, what about general nutrition? Here's the thing. Let's think about this, right? Most of us here are farmers, or we have grandparents, parents, some relative who is or was a farmer. Now, when you farm the soil, right? When when you work the soil for cultivation, over time, the mineral content in the soil gets depleted. And unlike biblical times where they would have left the soil for like 1 year, so they would work it for 6, leave it for 1 year, to regenerate itself and then work for another 6. We do not do that here. In the Caribbean, and especially in the industrialized nations like the USA, where there is mass production and it's all about meeting the demand. So what has happened? As a result of continual agricultural practices, so cultivating crops, preparing land, cultivating crops, preparing land, cultivating crops, the mineral content in the soil gets depleted. And because they do not allow the soil to rest so it can be rejuvenated or recharged, those soils are lower in mineral content as opposed to, let's say, 10, 15 years ago, right? One, because the farming frequency was not as immense as it is now. And number two, the demand for food was not that high. So when you add these two combinations together, a high frequency of farming and the need to cultivate mass, which means shorter turnaround time, shorter crop production time, shorter crop rotation time, no breaks in between, you end up with a situation where the soil becomes depleted. So Jason, where are you going with this? Now, what grows in the soil? The same crops that we eat. What does this mean for us? It simply means that the mineral content, let's use an example of corn. The mineral content of your corn 10 years ago compared to the mineral content, or let me use a better word, the nutritional content of your corn now is greatly reduced. So the 10 years ago, because the soil was mineral rich, it had a lot more nutrients and minerals in that corn as compared to one now, where over those last 10 years, that soil has been tilled, utilized, and no rest have been given to it. It gets even worse if majority of the food you eat comes from first world industrialized nations. So if you are one of them who don't believe in eating local and you want to eat everything import, well, it's even worse because their soil have been utilized and processed a lot more. It has a lot more demands in it. The turnaround time is a lot shorter. The demands for the production is a lot higher. As a result, the mineral content in that soil is lower. As a result, the mineral and nutritional content of the food that you are getting there, whether directly, as in a grape, or indirectly, as in raisins in your cornflakes, they are both minerally deficient. Right? So that simply means that you can be eating healthy foods. However, those healthy foods are not as nutritionally dense as they were intended to be, or they could have been if they were grown in virgin soil, so to speak. Right? So now I'm hoping that you're beginning to see where this is going. So when we say eat your foods as close to raw state as possible, we are actually setting you up to get the most mineral in your food that is possible. So now when you add, listen to this, when you add processed food to the mix, then it becomes apparent how deficient in core minerals and nutrients your food is. Because if you are eating whole foods and as a result of continual soil cultivation, those are a lot more minerally deficient than those 10 years ago. This is whole foods. Imagine those that have been further stripped through processing, through man-made practices of what little nutrient was left in them. Imagine what you are getting in your body. I want that to sink in. So I am sure that you are beginning to see where we are going with this. And now let's answer the question. Should you be using nutritional supplements? Now, based on what we have just discussed, I'm allowing you to draw your own conclusion. It's your time to participate. In the comments below, drop it in here. Do you think, based on what we have just discussed, that you should be using nutrition supplements? Why don't we? I'll go ahead and take a sip while you put in your answers. Let me go ahead and put up the comments so I can actually see your answers. Should we be using nutrition supplements? This tea is tasty. It actually has passion fruit flour in it. Make sure you have it right. Yep, it actually has passion flour in it as well. So the comments are coming alive. Okay. Yes, yes. Very well. Very well. So, yes, based on what we have said, you should be using nutrition supplements in your daily regimen. Now, that brings us to the next question. Jason, what kind of nutrition supplements should I be using? Well, at a basic level, if you want to just get one, I would strongly recommend a whole food multivitamin. A whole food multivitamin. And the reason I say a whole food multivitamin is that these are derived, as the name would suggest, from whole foods, as opposed to a synthetic vitamin. Because sometimes you would take a synthetic vitamin like the popular ones out there. I know offhand, Centrum Silver and those Centrum brands. These are synthetic vitamins. And the vitamin will go in your body and come right back out in your stool. Because when it enters the body, most of it looks foreign. As a result, the body just expels it out. So you have just flushed your hard-earned money down the toilet, which is why I recommend a whole food supplement. Now, a company that does a really great one is called Alive, and they do have a whole food supplement. And now, remember, these are just basic supplements. This is just an introductory level. This is providing that you don't have any deficiencies or you're not trying to hit any fitness goals, right? This is just general health and maintenance. So what you want to get is a whole food supplement, right? Now, if you are trying to hit goals like you're trying to lose more fat, you're trying to detox, you're trying to build muscle, you're trying to get more energy, you're trying to get more vitality, then that's a whole different ballgame. And just to make it easy for you, at the end of this, you ladies can just drop a text below in the comments, or you can just message me directly if you're on WhatsApp. If you're on Facebook, you can message me directly, and I could actually give you a quick consultation as to what nutritional supplements you should be using based on the goals. Because we have such a wide audience here, it would be hard for me to say, okay, if you're using losing weight, you use this one. If you want to gain muscle, use this one. Because everybody is different, their activity level is different, their genes are different, their metabolism is different. So what I'll do is at the end of this, just you can actually use the number that we have up here, 1-385-743-1906. So that's 1-385-743. Here it is coming across the screen, 1906. Just WhatsApp us and we can set up a consultation for you and give you a nutrition walkthrough as to the best supplements to hit your goal. Also, you can just message us if you're on Facebook directly, message me directly. We can set it up. And if you're on YouTube, then you can use the number I just gave you, right? So that is really the wrap when it comes to nutrition supplements. And one may ask, okay, what about if I eat an array of, well, here's the third part. So first we look at the speed to results. If you have the right tools, just like in my earlier story, if you have the right tools, you're going to get the results faster. I've seen this in my weight loss clients, right? On top of that, we looked at the nutrition deficiency in the soil today because of continual agricultural practices. So the foods are not giving you enough nutrients. And last but not least, let's look at the food combinations. Now, just examine your plate in the last 3 days alone and look at what you have been eating. Have you been eating the rainbow of vegetables, so like vegetables from all different colors? Have you been hitting your greens? Have you been hitting your legumes? And these in itself will provide different nutrients to your body. Now, if the answer is no, and especially in just the last 3 days you haven't hit it, that's another reason why you may need nutrition supplements. Because life has become so busy, most of us do not have the time to prepare a complete meal that will hit all of our multivitamins, all of our minerals, all of our phytonutrients in one, and all of our antioxidants in one meal, or at least in one day. As a result, that's where multivitamins come in to supplement that lack, right? So if you're somebody who eats your fruits every day, you eat the rainbow of vegetables, you eat your grains and your legumes, then you could actually get off with not using multivitamins, because with that variety of food, you are bound to hit the most important ones, at least a little bit more consecutively than the average person. However, if you can meet that, eating your grains, eating the rainbow vegetables, eating your fruits, and eating legumes every day, if you don't do that every meal, then you are more than likely going to be deficient in some way or form. And as a result, our multivitamin may be the best option. But like we said, you do not want to use a synthetic multivitamin, because that is really just throwing your money down the toilet. You want to get a multivitamin that is whole food based. And if you guys need recommendations, you can hit us up 1-385-743-1906. That's on WhatsApp. Or you can simply message me if you're on Facebook. That's Facebook at Fat Loss Revelation. And I will actually guide you as to the multivitamins I personally use, the ones I recommend to my clients. And if you need something a little bit more in depth, we can actually help you there. Right? So I hope that you all would have gotten some value from this here tonight. And just to confirm my hope, I want you to hit in the comments below, if you're on Facebook or on YouTube, name me one thing that you'd have learned, or one thing that you took away from what we spoke here tonight. Give me one thing that you took away from what we spoke here tonight, and it would really help me to know that you actually learned something, and of course, it would help me to better tailor future presentations to make sure that you get the most out of it. So this is your time, all of you that are on here live tonight. Grab your phones and type in the comments one thing that you would have learned while you were on this show here tonight. And again, I'm going to be sipping some tea in between. Okay, I must admit, this tea is really tasty. Very tasty. Whew. And while you load up your comments, let me just give you some of the ideas that you can use to ensure that you hit your daily requirements. Is that you can even start a home garden, right? So start a home garden, a backyard garden, because we know the price of everything is really going up right now. And if you could start a little home garden, growing your produce in the back with your lettuce, your patchouli, those kind of stuff, then at least you know you'll be getting a consistent supply of that. And you will not be held hostage by the prices that are in the supermarket. So that's something else you can do to ensure that you're getting your vitamins and nutrients from the fruits that you eat. You can also establish a communication or some sort of a contact with local farmers, because of course if you go directly to the source, you're going to get it at a much better price than going to the supermarkets and those who have to make a profit. So that's somewhere you can look for a local farmer in your region and see what sort of fruits, see what sort of vegetables they have, and establish a relationship with them, so that you know at the end of every month you can go to them, or whatever it is, every week, and get your fruits, vegetables, and that supply there. All right. So Angela, of course, up and about early, very good. If I'm not eating my grains and rainbow vegetables, I need to take my supplements. That's correct, Angela. Spot on, spot on. And the supplements that you need to take are whole food supplements. And like I said, if you guys need recommendations as to what I personally use and what I recommend, that's our number on Facebook, 1-385-743-1906. Or you can simply message us on Facebook and we'll definitely give you some recommendations. So hope you all gain some value from what we have done here tonight. And remember to get your supplements in. If you're not eating the rainbow, if you're not eating your grains, your legumes, then definitely want to be considering your supplements. And of course, the more, or as you age, your body's ability to absorb supplements starts going down, reduces, right? So, even if you are eating the rainbow sometimes, you're not getting as much out of it as you should. And another good multivitamin will, a lot of good multivitamin, like the same one that we reuse, it also has digestive enzymes, which helps your body to break down and absorb the food, right? So that's another important part of it as well. And that's why I sometimes like to recommend the nutritional supplements, because apart from the multivitamins, apart from the minerals and all the good stuff, it has things that help your body process all of that good stuff, right? Right, to get a good plant base. That's right, Krista. Of course, definitely a good plant base, whole food, multivitamin. Perfect. Perfect. So I see everyone learned something tonight, which is awesome. Means that you ladies are paying attention. And before I go, like I said, if you ladies need help with choosing a multivitamin that really will help you get to your goals, or if you need a little bit more in-depth help in terms of one that would help in terms of weight loss or that sort of stuff, you need a nutritional protocol and the best supplements that you should use for those, you can definitely hit us up and we'll give you a free consultation and show you how you can actually use this to get to your goals. So hope you ladies gain value. Don't forget to share this video, because once we finish the live, it's going to be available on YouTube and Facebook. So go and grab the link. I'll actually send it out and share it with all of your contacts so that they can also gain value from it. Have yourselves an awesome night. And for those of you living in Grenada, happy Thanksgiving tomorrow and have yourselves a wonderful